You're driving to work, running late, the check engine light flashes on, your heart drops instantly. You know fixing, it costs $300. But you've only got 42 until Friday, so you ignore it completely. You crank up the radio louder. You pray it holds together. 2 months pass by quickly. That $300 problem? Now it's destroyed your transmission. The tow alone costs $200. The repair bill hits $2,000. You miss work, lose wages, that's another $300 gone. One small problem became a $2,500 disaster. This isn't bad luck at all. It's a mathematical trap you couldn't escape. It's the brutal cost of being broke. I'm Neil, and I think about wealth mechanics constantly. About the invisible math keeping people stuck. If you work harder yearly but never see progress, this video's for you. If one bad day ruins everything financially, keep watching. Hit subscribe if this helps you understand. We're not discussing stocks or crypto today. We're talking about something worse. Being broke is the most expensive hobby. Most financial advice gets money completely wrong. They blame discipline, call poverty, laziness. They say skip the latte, cancel Netflix. Like $12 monthly changes everything. But they ignore economic reality entirely. There's something called the boots theory. It explains wealth gaps better than economists. A rich man buys $50 boots. Quality leather, properly stitched, lasts 10 years. A poor man can't afford 50. He's only got $10. He buys cheap cardboard boots instead. So they fall apart after one season. Next year, he spends 10 again. Over 10 years, he's spent 100. Double what the rich man paid. And his feet are still wet. The rich man stayed dry and comfortable. He's $50 ahead too. This is poverty's hidden math. You pay a premium for lacking capital. This applies to your actual life. Look at something as basic as toilet paper. With 50 spare dollars, you hit Costco. Buy the mega pack. For months. Cost per roll is 50 cents. Living paycheck to paycheck? You've got $4. You buy the small pack instead. Cost per roll is $1.50. You're paying triple for identical products. Simply because you couldn't afford bulk. This is the poverty premium everywhere. It applies to detergent, diapers, and everything. Your inflation rate is technically higher. You're locked out of economies of scale. Banks punish you for stumbling financially. $10,000 in checking gets royal treatment. No fees, free checks, maybe interest, but with $20 saved up, a forgotten subscription hits $4.25. You're now $5 negative. The bank charges $35 for overdraft. You borrowed $5 for 1 day. That's a 700% interest rate. Loan sharks would be jailed for this. Banks call it standard policy instead. Last year, they made billions this way, almost exclusively from people with under 1,000. Rich people get paid interest always. Poor people pay interest constantly. It's wealth transfer disguised as service fees. There's something called scarcity mindset here. When you're worried about paying rent soon, your functional IQ drops 13 points. That's like missing a full night's sleep. Your brain focuses purely on survival. You lose capacity for long-term planning. This is why broke people make decisions that look stupid to outsiders. They take payday loans at 400%. They buy lottery tickets hoping for miracles. They eat fast food instead of cooking. It's not stupidity at all. Actually, their cognitive bandwidth is completely maxed out. The boots theory isn't just about money. It's about mental energy to always. The rich man doesn't just save 50. He saves 10 years of wet feet worry. He can use that brain power differently. Invest, learn skills, start a business. The poor man's stuck in constant panic. Let's talk about cars in America. Unless you're in 3 specific cities, you need a car for work. A wealthy person buys a used Toyota, maybe 3 years old, costs $20,000. They pay cash or get low interest. That car runs 10 years with oil changes. Total ownership cost stays low throughout. Now look at someone with bad credit. No savings, but needs transportation, desperately. They go to a predatory dealership. The lot sells high-mileage junk for $8,000. It's actually worth only $4,000. Bad credit means 24% interest rates. Over the loan, they pay $15,000 total for a car worth $4,000 originally, and it breaks before the loan ends. They're paying for a dead car still, while trying to finance another one. This is the poverty trap, perfectly demonstrated. You pay a risk premium constantly. The only escape requires having money first, which you can't save because of premiums. It's designed to keep you stuck. Housing is the ultimate boots theory example. Renting means paying 100% interest. You get zero equity from it. You're paying your landlord's mortgage plus profit. To buy requires $10,000 or $20,000 down. If rent takes half your income already, you can never save that down payment. You're trapped paying $2,000 monthly in rent. That same place costs $1,200 if owned. The rich person buys, lowers monthly overhead, gains an asset that appreciates in value. The poor person pays more for nothing. You're renting your entire existence completely. Renting shelter, renting money through interests. Renting your stability and future too. There's a hidden tax on time itself. Think about using a laundromat regularly. Home washer takes 5 minutes of work. Laundromat costs $5 in quarters. But also costs 2 full hours lost. Travel there, wait, travel back home. That's time you can't spend working, or resting, or being with family. Even at minimum wage. That's expensive. Food deserts make everything harder too. Low-income areas lack proper grocery stores. You've got convenience stores with inflated prices. Reaching the real store requires bus fare, plus an hour of travel time wasted. Friction of daily life is higher. Everything's harder. Everything takes longer, always. Time is money. As we know, by stealing time, poverty steals earning potential. I know this sounds depressing completely. Like the system's rigged and you're screwed. But understanding the math helps you escape. Most people ignore this because it's painful. You must look at numbers to find exits. Standard advice says invest for 8% returns. But if you're poor, the best investment isn't stocks. It's escaping the boots theory penalties. Credit card debt at 20% interest. Paying that off guarantees 20% returns. No stock picker can promise that ever. Buy a reliable toaster for $50. Stop replacing the $10 one yearly. That's a real return on investment. The first step isn't getting rich quickly, it's stopping the financial bleeding completely. The only way to stop buying cheap boots is creating time to save for good ones. This is why the emergency fund matters. That first $1,000 isn't boring advice. It's the weapon destroying poverty premiums. With $1,000 in the bank saved, a flat tire is just an annoyance, not a crisis forcing payday loans. That $1,000 lets you raise insurance deductibles, which lowers your monthly premium payments. Having money saved actually lowers monthly bills. It lets you buy bulk toilet paper, fix small leaks before they become disasters. That first chunk of liquidity is hardest, but it's also the most powerful amount. It switches the game from defense to offense. Look at purchases as solving problems permanently. When you finally have some cash saved, temptation hits to treat yourself immediately. You've been depriving yourself so long. You want to feel normal again briefly? But if you use that cash strategically instead, buying quality boots or reliable tires, or fixing the cavity before root canal, you're buying your future freedom completely. Paying off the poor tax forever. It requires shifting your thinking fundamentally here. From monthly payments to total ownership costs. Dealerships want you focused on monthly payments. That hides the true cost, effectively always. You need to focus on lifetime value. The system relies on your ignorance completely. Companies budget for your late fees yearly. They depend on you buying disposable products, instead of investing in lasting solutions. When you make boost theory decisions consistently, you become a bad customer for them, but a great CFO for your life. Get angry at the math itself here. Use that frustration to build your buffer. Every late fee, every convenience charge matters. Let that anger drive you to fight back. You're fighting a war against entropy daily. Your ammunition is liquidity and knowledge. The actionable step isn't sexy at all. It's not buying Bitcoin or trading stocks. It's indicting your life for vampire costs. Where are you bleeding money from being broke? Paying private mortgage insurance unnecessarily? High interest on a car loan. Buying single rolls of paper towels. Identify the biggest leak in your finances. Then ruthlessly cut everything else, temporarily, until you have cash to plug that leak. If you need $500 for car repairs, selling old clothes or doing DoorDash isn't just extra cash. It's a strategic strike against future expenses. You're buying your way out one step at a time. This journey is unfair, I admit. It takes 10 times more effort initially. Getting from 0 to 10,000 is brutal. But from 10,000 to 100,000 is easier. The wind's in your face at the start. But once you understand being poor is a mathematical penalty, you stop blaming yourself for being bad with money. You start attacking the penalties themselves directly. You stop playing their game completely. You buy the boots that last. You buy the freedom to refuse bad loans. And eventually, you walk out of the hole. If this video sparked something inside you, if you realized you've been paying premiums unknowingly, share this with someone who needs it. We don't discuss this stuff enough. Hit subscribe because we're breaking down these financial truths until everyone has quality boots. Thanks for watching. See you next time.